Our journey began in the quiet town of Mulgai, where the West Highland Way officially starts. Spirits were high and the excitement was rife as we took our first steps into the wild heart of Scotland. We sampled a dram of local whisky before conquering Connick Hill, where the landscape unfolded before us in all its rugged glory. Blisters began to form, testing our resolve with every step. We ended part 1 under the setting sun, tired but inspired, with the mountains ahead calling us deeper into the Highlands. The path narrows as it hugs the eastern shore of Loch Lomond. Tree roots twist like veins through the earth. One moment you're clambering over boulders, the next you're ducking beneath low branches or stepping carefully across uneven stone. This is far from a gentle stroll, and more of a negotiation with the land itself. The loch lies calm beside you, but underfoot it's anything but. This is the West Highland Way at its most demanding. Not steep, but relentless, and the trail forces you to earn every mile. I believe this is a wee bothy. Yeah, road choice bothy. Class, wee fire.
Oh, I've seen this. How are you?
This is where you would sleep. In here. Sure if that's bunk beds, maybe. No electric, so we'll just use wee candles at night. There's the logbook. One of the standout things about the West Highland Way is the different people that you meet. Wanderers from all walks of life, united by one trail, a tapestry of lives intersecting in the Highlands, all with their own story, their own reasons for being here, but still with so much in common. While some are carrying burdens, others are carrying their own quiet hopes. One man was carrying a washing machine. Excuse me, mate, we have a couple of pairs of boxer shorts here. You couldn't throw them in, could you?
Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
Are they soiled?
Oh,
I'm only taking soiled pants.
there's a strong possibility they are,
It
yeah.
smells like them.
What charity are you doing it for? Or
Victor's Games Foundation.
just this game? And what's your reasons behind that?
I said at the start, you know, everybody's carrying some form of an emotional load on their shoulders every day, and you don't know what's going through. And sometimes when you see a big heavy object like this, it weighs a lot and it's awkward and it's a burden what people go through. And sometimes you've got to start at the start of a cycle, and it's got to go through a process, and hopefully it can come out the other side good. But there's no shame in putting something back in and going out again. So just to have this, it just symbolises that, you know, what we're going through on a daily basis, we can do it. And then having a team about you and having people to help and talking and sharing that load, you can get there in the end. So that's why we're doing it.
That's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Cheers.
Okay, all the best. So apparently there's been a slight change of plan in terms of where we're going to be staying tonight. The original campsite that we had in mind isn't ready, so we can't get in there. So we've had a look, and John has got us into a bunkhouse. But the last time I stayed in a bunkhouse, I was kept awake all night by farting, snoring, and in general the whole place smelled like a cow shed. So that better not be the case tonight, or there could be a rat in the bunkhouse. So the accommodation was great last night. No snoring, no farting, none of that, nice and quiet. Although we were all packed in like battery hens, but that's to be expected in a bunkhouse. But we got paid for breakfast, so it was great. Sort of cereals, toasts, teas, coffees, orange juices, all that sort of thing. You could eat as much as you want. But the accommodation, there's a wee lounge and stuff you could sit, and there was a wee self-catering kitchen if you wanted to cook your own stuff. So everything was sort of accommodated for. The only problem was that the water was off, but apparently it's off in the whole area, and so we couldn't get showers or anything like that. So we're having to wear the same t-shirts, same shorts and stuff as we did yesterday, which isn't great, but completely out of the accommodation's control. It's just one of those things. Another long walk ahead of us along the Loch Lomond, but nice and cool at the minute, but again I think it's to get pretty warm today again. On the day's work in sunny Scotland. Day 3 on the West Highland Way. Come on. So we're 8.5 miles in to the second leg of Loch Lomond. It's just a carpet of bluebells, as you can maybe see, and with the sun out it just lights up the forest floor. Absolutely stunning. So I think we've maybe another 5-6 miles to go, not sure. But again, it's been amazing. The loch on your left hand side here, it just shows you how vast this loch actually is, that it's sort of taken us 2 days to hike it. Not sure how big it actually is in terms of volume or surface area, but it is big. Here, just opened up a wee bit here, I'll let you see it. Amazing. So calm. You just hear the bird song. Class. As far as the trail goes, you're looking down a lot because the terrain underfoot can be dodgy with rocks and boulders, loose stones, but always remember every now and again to stop, look up, look around you, and something you might not think of doing is looking back the odd time, because some of the best views are behind you and they can be easily missed. Scotland, you've been an absolute pleasure so far, and we've another 4 days to go. Bring it on. As day 3 comes to a close, with it, we bid farewell to the mighty Loch Lomond. At over 22 miles long and 600 feet deep, it's Britain's largest body of fresh water. And today, we felt every twisting, narrow mile of its rugged shoreline. It's a stretch that tests your footing and rewards your soul. Tonight, we rest and set our sights on day 4, where the Highlands are truly calling. Fuck me. Look at the man. Right, just gotta get in the sleeping bag here and hope for the best. Has anyone ever died from midgie bites? Is it safe to come out?
Stay there. Stay there.
We lined our bellies with a traditional Scottish breakfast before packing our rucksacks and tightening our laces for another day on the trail. Day 4 on the West Highland Way, and all is good in the camp. I must say that each individual day, if we're doing whether it's 12 miles, 14 miles, 18 miles, 20 miles, that distance on its own isn't really a problem, but it's the getting up day after day after day. It's just something we've never done before and none of us are used to, but we're doing well. Everyone's feeling good. This is the Highland cable cars. We're just waiting on the next one to come along. I'm gonna jump on it. I'm only joking. I know it's electrical cables. I don't want a big pylon in the comment section. It's at this point you really start to feel like you're walking into the heart of the Highlands. The mountains grow taller and the glens stretch wider as the landscape opens up and the West Highland Way begins to earn its name. Halfway, brothers and sisters, halfway.
Hello, Pat. Yes, I have a 63-year-old here, needs a thighs rub. Yeah, all 3 of them. If you could, please. Thanks very much. Tonight at 6, he'll be our half-5. Cheers. Right.
Sorted?
That's your book then, Cam. There you are. Looking forward to it.
The next part of the trail has quite a bit of history attached to it. Echoes of battle still linger on this ground where Robert the Bruce was defeated and his cause nearly lost. Legend says, in the retreat, they cast his sword into the dark waters of this loch nearby, where it is said to lie until this very day. As we approach our campsite for the night, we reflect a bit on our journey so far. Well lads, just over the halfway point. What do we think of the last 3.5 days then?
Every day has been breathtaking in its own right. Whether you're in the woods, whether it's the sun, the mountains appearing from nowhere, in swimming, sitting down, taking a break, and it's exceeded all my expectations, to be honest. All for a brilliant cause.
And obviously doing this in memory of a good friend, Daniel Ferguson.
Yeah.
What do you think Fergie would say about our adventure so far?
He'd go to me, what are you at? What are you at? Gavin, Ryan, what's he doing? That's what he would say. He would take my head away. That big smile and laughing. Listen, I've thought about him every step of the way, so it's been...
And he's been with us every step of the way.
Yeah, he's brought us the sunshine, I'll tell you that. So,
Absolutely.
no, keep it going, we're halfway, just over half, another half to go. So, let's keep pondering on, boys, keep going. Let's go.
I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more.